Sweet.
So we are live and we are here and we are going to talk Can-Am. Hot Rod, how are you?
Good. How's everything going?
Oh, just happy to be a part of it all, sunshine and lollipops. My camera I notice is glitching a little, but that's because I am running a ton of stuff in the background. So it ought to be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll
Just let
see.
it go.
We'll see how it turns out. But yeah, so crazy. We're gonna start right with the first game, which I think was the best game of the series, really.
Oh yes, they went into overtime. Both teams showed up and played out, and you can't get much. That was a great game.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. I mean, really, I thought this was the game that Tonawanda was going to win, and I thought they were going to win at least one in the series. I honestly thought Allegheny was going to win. I just think they've got too much firepower, too much athleticism. But when they came out and scored that first goal, I was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah. Seriously, it kind of surprised me that Tonawanda didn't take one game at least. It just seems like after that overtime loss, they kind of just deflated it, like almost. Because watching that second game too, they scored first again, and then it was just Allegheny went on a roll. And but yeah, I mean, like I said, in that third game, Tonawanda is a very good team, and they'll be in a they'll probably be in the championship next year if they get everybody back.
Yeah, this was a pretty sick goal from Kettle. Oh yeah, I would imagine they will be. So this Lane Smith, what do you know about this guy? He had a freaking crazy game three.
Lane's always been a good player. Like I said, he's from Six Nations, and he's played ALL. He played in that PBL8 and played for the Rivermen. He's, uh, I think he got signed a couple years ago by Halifax, but never made the roster. But other than that, man, the kid's got for how big he is, he's a big boy. Like he's big and husky, but he's got deceptive speed and he's got some silky mitts.
Yeah, he's got silky mitts, and like you said, though, for his size, we'll see later in the. I think it's that game three where he actually runs away from somebody. Not something that I think most people would think he's going to do.
Well, that one game, because I only did 2 games this year with you
Yeah,
because I was so busy. We watched that Tusky game where he actually ran down Patrick Timothy. That remember that and then tackled him.
yeah, that's right. I forgot. And Patrick Timothy's one of those freak athletes. He's unbelievably fast. So yeah, no, Lane Smith definitely has a lot more speed than you would think when you just look at him.
Yes, he does. He's a hidden athlete, I would say, in that body.
Yeah, no, and so like we just saw that Atwood score a goal. He had a ton this year. I mean, one of these guys. So I think one of the big things is you see he's running the. Actually, that's Rudy George right there.
That's
But
yeah, it's Rudy.
having those other guys out there on the offense kind of spread things out. Yeah, there's Lane Smith right there. I know that was Frank Brown. It happened so freaking fast as I'm sitting here watching. I gotta slow it down. Waylon Abrams had a.
Yeah,
He had some. He had a couple big
Waylon,
goals.
he's such a good player.
Yeah. He's big too. He's one of those guys you don't realize how big he is till you like slow it down and see him next to somebody.
Yeah, he's got size, speed, everything. I mean, he's a good player. He just needs to like anybody, just he needs to work out. Just don't play lacrosse when it's here. He needs to like I don't know if he does or not, but he needs to work out. He could crack an NL team, no problem. I know he could. He just needs to get on that extra level, making conditioning every day, work out in the morning, work out at night, lift weights. I could see him definitely cracking an NL team.
Yeah, that was a beautiful little behind the back from him to I think it's Lee
Yeah,
Abrams that he passed it to actually on that one. But yeah, a beauty. Yeah, I watched it like 4 times here. But finally get it. Or no, actually that's Owen Hill that he throws that
that's
behind the
Owen
back
Hill.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, nice finish there. Owen Hill, he had a pretty quiet series offensively, but he played a lot more defense this year.
yeah. That's the thing with Owen. He can play back door, front door, face off. He's a very versatile player, and him and his brother always have been. And
So who is his
he's
brother?
Chauncey.
Oh, Chauncey Hill. All right. Oh,
I
that
think Chauncey lives up Akwesasne.
gotcha. And this number 11, this footwork right here, I loved watching this. He just kind of like karaoke's across,
Yeah,
and
that was kind of ridiculous. I seen that. I was just like scratching my head. I was like, how? What?
yeah, full
What's his
speed.
name? Liam
Yeah,
Keane.
yeah, that's the Liam Keane. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that was
pretty sick.
slick.
Honestly, I think because of the offense that they had, a lot of guys didn't talk about the defense transition of Allegheny, but I mean Frank Brown had what, a hat trick in the final game. Rudy George got up the floor. Jesse Jimerson was playing like a beast.
Yeah, their Allegheny's defense, or they have their 3 or 4 solid position D guys that just get out the floor. But then, like I said, you got Frank Brown is like he's a good D man, but he's a wicked transition guy. He pushes it, and he usually gets assists or gets a shot off or a goal.
Yeah,
Same with Jesse Jimerson. I mean, those two are just killer transition guys.
I think Jimerson has a hat trick in this first game. But Gates actually, I thought Gates had an amazing year for him. He really showed a lot of maturity, getting up there in offense, drawing more penalties than he was taking. Some of the other team, they've got some guys on their team. We talked. Who was it that was talking with us a little bit about? So you had Corey Becker and Anthony Patterson went and played at Tonawanda. Corey Becker fed in pretty good, but Anthony Patterson was pretty quiet.
Uh, Anthony was coming out the back door, and that first game, yeah, he was doing good. He was playing out the back door, running transition, and then wouldn't stay on. That second and third game, I would have used him more on offense, but I don't. That's a coach's call, or maybe he didn't want to, or I mean, because Anthony can score. I mean, that's no problem for him. He needs to warm up, get going like that, and it's kind of hard to do that when you're going out the back door and you play offense, once or twice a period. So
Yeah, no, he's one of those guys that watching him last year with Tusky, he's a volume shooter. He's like that Connor
yes,
Field style where if he's playing offense, he's going to take a ton of shots. He will get you some opportunities. He is such an asset on transition though because he gets up the floor. But there's Lane Smith right here with just this little like step to the inside, gets the ball and turns and shoots so fast.
yeah, and another stick in that top right corner.
Yeah. No, I was
That's the thing with Lane. He knows where he's shooting before he shoots.
Yeah, Chase Martin, another guy. This was cool too. Kevin brought out the little guys, so we got a couple of highlights from them. They played the first game. That was a monster check right there.
Yeah, it was. It was clean.
Yeah, no, this was cool. I love it. And you had so then they celebrated. That was a nice shot. But in the next game, they celebrated. They came out on the floor and ran around with their championship banner. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I wish I did that when I was coaching minors.
Yeah. No, they're doing big things. So you see their breakaway gets down, takes a rip. I don't know. I loved getting to do the NAMLA this year. This was a lot of fun. Watching the championships, getting to see a lot of these teams that I normally don't get to with the kids because we see the kids more than anything. They're always up running behind us during the games. They always come up and
Yeah,
say hi. They want stickers. They want, all kinds of stuff. So it was cool to get him out on the floor a little bit. Nice little he got under the hand there on that one for a second, but nice pickup and he rips it from out deep. So how did your junior B season? That definitely did not go. I mean, you didn't get the wins you wanted, but honestly, looking
yeah,
at it from the outside looking in now, you made it through the season, so you beat the PBLA. Other than that, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. We beat PBLA. Yeah,
other than that, like you said, it didn't quite go the way you wanted, but you did make it through the season, and now you've probably found that core group of guys that you can start building around.
yeah. Like our first game was against Six Nations, and we went down. I think it was like 8-2 in the first period. Second period, it was 9-9, and then we lost in the last like 2 or 3 minutes of the third. So I was trying to build off that, but I don't know. It's just some of these kids around here just didn't want to play, or their girlfriends didn't want them to play. Or, it was
Motivational for
on
practice.
yeah. And me and Kebby were just like, come on, get to practice, get to practice. Like we almost beat Six Nations.
You could have had guys
We
like Kluche who's running out the front door with you at practice.
Well, it's the thing. We did practice on Wednesday nights with the men's, and all the men show up. And I was like, "Hey, guys, show up!" And we get our 5 guys at practice. and we would have both our goalies at practice. And I'm just like, on paper, we had, I think, 29 kids on paper. And I think our best practice we had 18 at one practice, and then our best game I think we had 16 at one game.
Yeah.
And it was just I don't get it. I mean, all these kids down here, they say they love lacrosse, and they post pictures with their lacrosse sticks or in a jersey, but then they don't want to practice. They don't want to do nothing. So it's just me and Kerry. We gave these kids a chance, so we're gonna start looking outside of the community now because
Trying to bring
I
some
don't
guys
want to.
into.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again. Where we're like we went to Six Nations with six guys, and we almost beat them. What we took our five
Well,
or six core guys, and we almost beat them.
so that was Vince Sandy said that from he's a Six Nations guys, but he said, you
Yeah,
guys didn't have a huge roster, but you still came up and gave me a big game. So that was cool to hear. But I mean, talking about that, Jonathan Jimerson, this guy,
cornbread.
yeah, I was impressed.
He's a very good player.
Yeah, and he another guy. He got quite a few goals, but plays defense. He had a knockdown, is where I originally had stopped this. I think I lost track of where I was. It might right there. See, so I mean, right there, he grabs it out of the
Yeah,
air. That was yeah. No, I was very impressed with him. So what? Him and Jesse Jimerson. I think I saw somebody in the comments say they're cousins.
probably they're probably cousins.
Yeah,
Everybody's probably cousins, but yeah.
yeah. No,
But like with cornbread, he actually got drafted by Halifax and signed a 1 year contract with them, but never made it there for some reason.
uh-huh. I mean, Halifax is a far trip too. It's not like some of these guys. If you could get drafted by Albany or Buffalo, even more convenient.
Yeah, that'd be
Lazor though,
nice.
I mean, what a he played great, but Chase Martin, man, I think a lot of people, made a big deal about them going out and getting Goa. I was very impressed last year with Chase Martin, and I think this year as well. He played phenomenal.
Oh, he's on top of his game right now, and he's peaking at the right time. We're on their way to Presidents Cup, so he played great in this series. And the only reason he had to play this whole series because one of the when Allegheny got Goa, one of the deals in the contract is he couldn't play against Tonawanda, so that's why he didn't play at all. That's why
Gotcha.
Chase got all the time,
Uh,
but it didn't matter because Chase played out of his mind.
yeah, this save right here, he just punches it out of the, slides over, boom, punches it out, lands right in front. Defense does a good job not letting Cam Simpson pick it up there because if you let him pick it up, that's a lethal, opportunity. Fraser, he did some silly, silly stuff, and this one would have been amazing. This was Amos, I think, down on the doorstep. Yeah, they called him in the crease.
Oh yeah,
I don't
which he
think he
was.
was. I don't know. There's his toe.
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah, man, that would have been. Oh, that would have been so gorgeous, Amos. Oh, he missed the net, so it didn't matter. I thought it went.
Uh,
I thought he was pointing at the crease, but no, he was just pointing at the crease for afterwards. But yeah, there's Hohen Hill again, big, rebound pickup. They had a lot of opportunity. I think a lot of it too was the frustration by game 3. They were struggling to get by Chase Martin because you had to make all these crazy plays just to get a shot in. And that one,
that was disgusting.
oh my goodness. Yeah.
I yeah, just I don't know. This yeah.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Well, it's a nice pick. He rolled. Atwood got it to him, and he's seen his opportunity and just around the world top right.
Yeah, and there was Jonathan Jimerson with that one. Lazor played good though. I mean, so where is
Oh
he
no,
from?
he is from Akwesasne.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but no, Jake is a very good goalie.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest difference between like the NABLL and the Can-Am teams. Honestly, is like I mean, obviously there's levels of talent in a lot of these teams that are different too. But the thing that sticks out more to me than anything is the goaltending. Like they
Yeah,
are
it's just
just
very
so.
yeah.
I feel like it is just a different level of I don't know. It's just like a step above. I mean, there's some good goalies that play in the NABLL, but I mean, like this right here, we're in the finals. We've got 2 Team USA goalies.
Oh yeah, Yeah, because Jake Lazor was on Team USA too.
Yeah, I think somebody told me Lazor was 04, was it? That moved by Gates was
No, I think when was that?
was it 14?
Or it might have been 14.
So he might have been 14 and somebody, and I know we saw Chase Martin at Laxney for the tryouts for Team USA, and I believe he's still on the roster.
Yeah, I'm not. So no, he might be the third string backup, but right now for Team USA it's Goa and Drew Hutchinson.
Oh, they ended up going with Drew Hutchinson and Goa.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
I'll have to check that
which ain't
out.
a bad thing either.
No, no, not at all. So he had a great game in Halifax, and then not so good his second start. He came in the one
Yeah,
game and played on fire, and then they just picked him apart. I don't even remember who it was he was playing in that next game, but oh man, Chase
yeah,
Martin
it
was on
just
fire.
he's on fire. He needs to be because this series is a good mental for him to get him going for the Presidents Cup here.
Yeah, and he was one of the guys I believe they brought up last year with Tusky, correct?
Yes, he went. Tusky grabbed him, and he played outstanding there too because their starter apparently got hurt.
Yeah,
I didn't hear the full story why.
Sprents got hurt almost
Yes.
immediately, and then I think it was up. I think Chase Martin and um, Randy,
Oh, Randy Jr. Yeah.
yeah, Randy Jr. ended up playing most of that. Oh my God, what a nice twister finish. Yeah, so Stone Chubb, he was a rookie. That rookie class this year in the Can-Am, though, I mean, right there, you had Amos Whitcomb, passed it over to Kluche. Kluche is obviously Kluche. But, I mean, so what other rookies you got this year? I was really impressed with that Mason Homer. Rio Johnson, I didn't realize he was a rookie, too. Thought he played last year, but I was wrong. He sent me a message. But you also had Stone Chubb on this team. Zach Terry, who was playing in that Boxla. And who else from this team was? I know there's somebody else I'm missing that. Avery Steinbeck Parker, I think.
Yeah.
He had a pretty good series.
All of those guys that we just mentioned, they're all key contributors to their teams big time.
Oh yeah.
Um, like Amos he was lighting it up. Stone Chubb, he was great. Steinway Parker, I mean, look at the goals he was getting. Then Mason Homer was tenacious on D in transition. It's just, if anything, it'd be a tie between all of them,
Yeah, no, it's tough to call. I wish more people would vote for it. It'd make things a little easier.
right? But I
Yes.
mean, I don't know who I'd pick. That's hard.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough call. And so you ended up seeing a lot of these guys move all over the place. So like Cam Simpson, he's a guy I was expecting to see play for maybe Onondaga, but then somebody was telling me that they all made a run. I think it was Nations Cup. These guys all went and played on a team, and they've all kind of been hooked up together since then.
Cam, he likes to travel. I can't remember the last time he played for Onondaga. I know he did 1 year, but he's not. For some reason, he's not about Onondaga. He just wants to go out and play lacrosse somewhere else. And I don't know. I mean, why Tonawanda? I don't know. I didn't ask him,
Gotcha.
but
No, as one of the
he like
coaches was telling me, I guess these guys all won they all won a cup together somewhere. I don't remember what cup it was, but they all went somewhere and won a cup, and then they were kind of putting it back together, hoping this year to do it with this group. But it didn't quite. I mean, you just ran into that firepower from Allegheny. I mean, look at that's Kobe Whitcomb, and when you talk about the offense, he's like the fourth guy you talk about, and Josh Becker, and they were all they were all starters. They're all top goal scorers. It's just crazy how much firepower they had on offense.
yeah. The thing with Allegheny this year, they have not just one or two guys that can score. They got a whole 8, 9 guys that can go out there and score, let alone the defense can run up and score.
Y-
Like
Yeah, that was
it's
just Thornbert running up. Must be it was either a save or he missed the net because I didn't clip that part. But no, the yeah they it's unbelievable. So here's something else I didn't know. I had a chance to meet that Nate Kettle kid. I didn't
yeah,
realize he could still be playing juniors.
yeah. He had a chance to go up and play junior A this year, and he didn't want to. Me and Kevin were like, go play junior A. I mean, you only get one shot at it. You're gonna. I mean, it's whatever. He wanted to stay home and play and whatnot, but I mean, the kid should have played junior A in reality.
I don't know though. I mean, you're getting to play with these guys. Dad's on the bench. I mean, it's a pretty unique opportunity that was presented to him.
Well, he's been playing men's for the last 2 years,
Yeah,
so it's nothing
yeah.
new. 3 years, and I mean, ultimately it's his decision, but we were trying to get him to go at least try play a couple of games junior. If you don't like it, then come back. I mean, because the senior B is going. That's meant for the older fellows. You know what I mean? The 25, 24 to 30-year-olds. I mean, I think if he went junior A, I think his stock would have went up when it comes to that. It's whatever. I mean, he'll still get looked at no matter what.
He's playing at Russell Sage too. I didn't realize he was so close to my house.
Yeah.
Playing with that
Oh
Ryan
yeah,
Adams act. Well,
yeah,
he's a
Ryan
face-off
has
coach, but this goal by this is Cam Seneca. This was impressive. He missed the net, ducks in, gets his own rebound. Frankie Brown tries to step up and just like doesn't. I think he actually hits him. Yeah, he doesn't catch him at all, like hits him in the face a little bit. And Cam, he's a dude, he's a guy, he is thicker than everybody expects. Cam Seneca, you just watch all these guys that take penalties on him and try to get him fired up and try to get him to take a penalty. But you talk about just like an even handed guy who just doesn't ever seem to lose his cool, always seems to be just like so level.
no. He is very level-headed kid, and he don't ever. He might say something, but even when he yells something, it's still kind of like under his breath.
Yeah, or probably like a very respectful. I just don't see him being the guy that's going to be taking any stupid penalties or you see he draws a lot like oh that would have been a nice play. So and then that was another guy Sherman Williams we got to watch a couple times. Where's
Yeah,
he out of?
sure. He's from Kitaraga, so he played up the last few years with the Rivermen. So he's won a President's Cup with the Rivermen. And in the beginning of the year, Kevin's like, Sherman wants to come play. I was like, yeah, he's a great defender. He's a strong kid. Why not? And so he showed up and played.
Yeah, no, that was cool to
He's
watch.
smart.
Yeah, I got to meet a lot of new players for Allegheny this year. I kind of had a grip on some of the guys from last year. They definitely brought in a lot of pieces this year.
Yeah, that's what last year after they lost to Tuskegee, I was sitting there talking to Kevin for probably 3, 4 hours after the game in the parking lot, and he was just like, he's like, we need to bring in, that 5 or 6 people to make the team whole. And I was like, every other team does it. I said, look at, I said, watch the Presidents Cup. I said, after you watch it, I said, you'll see all those teams they have, everybody's got their place on the team and a spot on the team for a reason. And after Presidents Cup, we were talking again, and he goes, yeah, you're right. He goes, the offense had nothing but offense players. He goes, that just transition guys and had defense guys. He goes, there were some local guys playing, but he goes, most of the teams are pretty much like all-star teams.
Yeah, this was crazy too.
Yeah, yeah,
Was that Jesse Jimerson, I think? We'll find out in a second when I can see his number. Yeah, I think it's 28, and that's Jesse Jimerson. But
yeah.
so
That's Jesse.
yeah, so that's yeah, it was a blast to watch some of these guys. I mean, that was so fast you don't really realize it when you're watching it happen there. And that Kettle, that he is a thick kid, man. He's big.
Yeah, all he does is work out.
Yeah, I could see that. He spends a lot of time in the gym. It was cool. I got
Spends
to
a
talk
lot of time in the gym.
Yeah, I got to talk to him after the game for a little bit. I got to meet his mom. She's always in the comments. Love getting to.
Hmm.
That's my favorite thing is when you get to see a parent that gets to watch their kid play and they let us know in the chats. I love getting to see that. That's cool. And the last game we did the black and white clock. I think that looked way better on that. We're gonna do that from now on when we're there. I think.
Yeah, the black and white clock. You could see more.
Yeah. This game got pretty testy, man, and as it was going down, and now at this point, I mean, you look at the box, they're starting to fill up with penalties. Uh, Yeah, at one point, Tonawanda, they are their own worst enemy. They really are.
Well, that's what I said in game 3 too. Is like you can't let your emotions get the best of you, especially in the championship series. And it got the best of them. And, you know, more than once. So you just got to play hard nosed lacrosse, cross check, and get off the floor. I mean, if you get mad, go after a ground ball, go try to score. You know what I mean? You just can't grab a guy and start checking him in the head or get mad over something. That's you got that championship mentality, and if you watch people that win championships, they don't do stuff like that.
No, no, they don't. Oh, I just realized I got your face covered up with the Blue Squatch logo on the because it's like on the thumbnail. It actually
I
comes
look,
over
it
YouTube
looks fine on
automatically.
mine.
Yeah, no, no, no. On the meat it does, but I thought when I was looking at the
Oh,
YouTube video, it puts you down there. So now I got you up top. You should be good to go. We're kitty corner now. It won't happen no more. We got you fixed,
I
Hot
was
Rod.
looking at my look good for me.
Yeah.
Oh well, you know what you're doing. I don't.
But yeah, I mean, this game was it started getting heated there. That Shadow Jonathan, man, that kid is a absolute character. I love getting a chance to talk to him. He gets himself. I talked to him after the one game. I was like, I know it's easier said than done, bud, but what are you doing? He's like, I know, I know. I was like, you got to. He's like, I know. But no, he was trying to get up the floor. He was trying to create something. I mean, especially this game, I thought for sure this was going to be Tonawanda's game at the beginning of it. But Chase Martin just, I mean, you watch really with a couple minutes left, we've seen three big saves there that could have easily been goals. And then the next thing you know, that's the score.
Yeah, it was. I said it was. Going to overtime was what 13, 12,
Yeah,
12? And then you just at the end, it was just seemed that Allegheny ran away with it. They just shut up at the end. It just, I don't know. Tonawanda played their ass off that game. You can't hold nothing against them, but yeah,
yeah.
it's the way the cookie crumbles.
Oh boy. So somehow I think the game's got a little screwed up where it mixed up the one, but we're gonna start playing it there.
Yeah, there you go.
Wherever I just had it. Yeah, because that's starting in the second period for some reason. But yeah, this clock got all messed up. I don't know what it is about the net at Tonawanda that makes that so difficult. There was that sweet save from Lazor. It's just gonna keep playing that over and over again, I guess. No, that was sick. He had a freaking phenomenal series.
Yes, he did. He had a great series. Yeah, that was a nice goal. That should have been any other goal. That was a goal.
Yeah. Yeah, but I tell you, I was really surprised with how good Allegheny's defense was, though. After that first game, they really shut down Tonawanda's offense.
Yeah, they buckled down and communicated. You could hear them yelling like, "Man, this, and that." Pay coming. They just got better. And
Yeah,
that's what they needed to do. In a series like that, you're supposed to get better every game, and they did.
yeah, and this would have been a cool game for them to win. Unfortunately, they didn't. I mean, especially after having the whole Namlet thing there for the day, this just would have been cool.
Yeah,
But it got away from them kind of quick, and they Tonawanda is such an emotional team. It's one of their biggest assets. It's how they almost beat him at the beginning, but it's also one of their biggest flaws. They take penalties, they get carried away. Ooh, that was a pretty rough shot right there. But no, they really cost themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if next year they come back and they can a couple tweaks here and there. And I wonder like this Zach Terry, so he wasn't at that last game and you definitely saw the difference there. He's a huge part of that offense. They were missing quite a few guys.
yeah. They only had I think 16 guys at the game three, but yeah, that Zach Terry, that's another guy who gets one or two goals a game, and he's a little spark plug that you want.
Yeah.
And he was at that UBCLL or whatever, which that's okay. Go do that because I mean, look at they just signed it. Buffalo just signed a kid from there today.
Oh, who'd they sign?
Someone from the Rapids. I can't remember his name.
Gotcha. But no, I mean that's literally an NLL hooked thing. So that's why when you talk about like Nate, maybe going to play junior A is playing in that age group, you see what Nate's capable of doing with the men. And it does make you
Yeah.
wonder like what he would do in that Boxla tournament, if he went and played out there for one of those
So
teams.
Amos, Xavier Taylor, and Nate did play for the Rapids. They played one or two games. and they're kind of told like, "Hey, we're trying to win a President's Cup." It's like, "What do you want to do? Do that or this?" And so they kind of stopped playing,
Gotcha. Because of
which is fair.
yeah. Well, especially when
I
that's
mean,
what.
those are
Oh,
yeah,
who?
because well, like for Amos, Kevy had to pay to get his release, and he's kind of like, I don't want you to be playing in a dumbass league or like the out here that UCBLL, like the Rapids ain't that good. The Buffaloes, they're all right. So it's not like you're really
Having a chance to
getting
go
anything
win.
out of it.
So you could go
Yeah,
win a national title with your Can-Am team, or you could, yeah, because that Hawkeyes 3 years running. But that is the team
yeah,
that Terry played for as well.
yeah. And
So
it's just like, why go play in a game that means nothing and get hurt when at least here, you got a real chance at winning
yeah,
a ring.
yeah, we're like there. I actually was talking to somebody the other day. I guess they just locked him off in the championship, just straight up, basically two guys on him. We'll play you the rest of your team. That's
That's
how,
smart.
yeah, that's how good. I mean, and you see that, and the Eddie should have done that with that Skylar Thomas when they were playing him. This would have been a sick old Carmen Papa coming down, but Chase Martin says no. I'm gonna just glove save. Boop.
Yeah. Boop. Nah, he ain't scoring.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
excited.
Carmen too. He's a great player.
That's what I was gonna say. I think he's another rookie.
Carmen, no, he's played in the league before.
Oh, he's played. He might have played last year.
Yeah. No, he played for us before.
Uh,
Men's.
gotcha. Yeah, so we'll I'm excited though. We are doing that Masters tournament tomorrow. That just got solidified today. Huge shout out to Matt Pagels picking up the sponsorship so we can get out there and stream Masters tomorrow. So we'll be heading out to Buffalo tonight. We just booked a hotel just outside of Tonawanda, and then we'll be staying the night and we'll be there at 9 a.m. Well, hopefully before then because the first game's at 9.
Yeah, I got asked to play it. Well, I'm playing in it too now.
Who are you
I
playing
just got
for?
asked. I'm playing for the Junior Masters, the Outlaws, and we play at 10.
Aha. So Woody's playing. I seen he's GM in one of the team.
Wonder
Why aren't you
what team he's
there?
playing with.
Why aren't we where? Is the comment. I was just wondering. But we are going to be at the Masters tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. But I don't know why I'm not where, what they're talking about. Or maybe it's you, Hot Rod. Look at that. Wayne Abrams. So this is a guy I just got to meet this year. We got to talk to a bunch of times. He's a pretty awesome dude. I can't wait. We're going to try to get out and sit and talk with him about Tonawanda history and all that stuff.
Yeah, Wayne's a great human being all around. I love that guy. I've known him for years and years. I've actually asked him play on our Masters team before. We played together. He actually went down to Philadelphia. Holy shit, it was like 15 years ago. We went down there, had a great time, and yeah, Wayne he's a hell of a human being. That guy.
Yeah. Yeah, good dude. Always comes over, says hi, comes up, helps us pronounce some of the names. And that's another thing. So I didn't quite realize how long Wayne had been playing when I first was talking to him. He told me he's got like 20 years in seniors.
He's probably got more than that.
Yeah, as he was counting this one. This is amazing. Did you see this? Hang on, I'm gonna actually zoom in on this too. You broke your wrist. Glow broke his wrist at the game. I'm not sure which game he's talking about. I couldn't make it to the Buffalo box because my hip was shot. I couldn't get out of the ladder or get up and down a ladder. But yeah, watch Chase Martin here in a second. Oh, hang on, I zoomed in on the wrong clip.
Oh, yeah, they waited and waited and waited. Yeah, that was a long wait.
Well, watch what he does right here. Did you see him pop himself up? He pops up and rolls the ball out from under his ass,
Perfect. So
and
he's
then
supposed to do.
sits back, and then he like no goal. I did appreciate that one. I was like, that's amazing. Oh man, but no, yeah, I got to talk to him after the game for half a second, and that's what I said. I was like, that's impressive. I saw you on that one. He was like, I know. The
I
Tano,
I've seen goalies make the save, ball's clear in the net, but the ref is on this side, and they reach in and pull it out. Like I'm like, that's a goal, and the ref, the ref can't see it. We don't have replay, so
yeah. And then this is not a good move here. Wayne tries to go out, ball gets knocked down, and there's
yeah,
a BT
just
behind the back, Lane Smith, I believe. Yeah, so what actually happened? Oh, Wayne walks it right out of his stick. I didn't even notice that. Wayne knocks it out of Shadow's stick.
yeah. Goalies need to stay in their crease.
This is what I mean, though. I mean, Shadow Jonathan, not somebody you think of getting up there. I'm pretty sure that was him, right? And because 88's Ninham, but he
Yeah,
was even getting up the floor and trying to score, trying to create something. Huge shout out to
anything.
Bentley Seneca too. He helped. He ran the clock, so we ended up having a nice clock to look at instead of that blurry scoreboard. So thanks, Bentley. What'd you think of this one? The Zach Terry hip check.
That used to be legal back in my junior B days. So many people used to do throw hip checks. I threw them, but apparently now you can't do it.
Okay, see, I was always under the understanding as long as you stayed at the hip level, which he looks like he does here, and you don't take out the knee. If you go way down and take out the knee, I understand why people get mad and that's a penalty. But like a clean, just bent over hip check, that's like old school hockey mentality
Yeah, that's
right
old school
there.
hockey.
Yeah, you see that every once in a while. I haven't seen that in a long time. I was impressed, Zach Terry. That was a good one. And then, like you
No,
said,
I'm not gonna lie like that one.
yeah, the Waylon or not Waylon. Yeah, I think is Waylon scored the first goal for him. But like you said, the Braves, it almost seemed like it could have been their game, but they unfortunately this one got away from them kind of quick too.
Yeah, this one got away real quick.
Yeah, I mean Lazor was playing great, made some big saves at the beginning of the game. They're able to kill this penalty off. Oh no, they weren't. Kluche buried it. What a rocket that guy.
Oh, he pinned that bottom corner so bad.
Yeah. No, he's a beast. And there's another guy that's a beast, like Gates Abrams. How is he not ever playing anywhere? Somebody you would think would give him a call to get him up there. Just off his size. Get that kid in shape and send him out there.
I think he just needs to get in shape, I think, and he'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a monster. I mean, that is one thing. When you're that big and you've got mitts like that Lane Smith and him, just if you could score goals, man, you would think somebody would think he's worth the chance.
Yeah, I would. If I was GM, I would call him, and be like, hey, here's our go get a trainer, and he probably only needs to lose maybe 10, 15 pounds, and he'll even be more of a force to reckon with.
Yeah.
And you do that, he should be playing in the NLL, no problem.
Yeah, you would think so. Oh, I think I finally froze my computer up.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like, give me a minute. We aren't playing for a second. We need to stop and think about what we're doing. Come on, play. Nope, I think it's finally like we're done with you. We don't even want to play with anymore. We're calling it good. It's like, come on, man. We're trying to have some fun here and watch some highlights. Don't be messing with me. All right, might have to close her down.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because even my laptop started to act up.
Yeah, everything's overlapping. It's like, what are you doing? Cut it out. Well, we've been doing this for 40 minutes. We pretty much made it through a bunch of it. I mean, so in that series, you talk about the that first game, it seemed like they could win. Then the next two, they were kind of out of it. What are we thinking going into President's Cup? How are you expecting them to do? I mean, Tusky went up there and did not fare so well. What's up, Tan? We were just talking about the President's Cup and really how we think teams are going to do up there. I mean, I honestly feel like they have a better chance. You heard some people talking some smack saying they're going to get blown out up there. I don't think that's going to be the case, but what are you expecting?
So I went through and watched a lot of film from the other teams, and to be honest with you, Allegheny has a shot. I watched some Muskie games. I watched a Ladner game. I watched the only one I couldn't get was that uh, Perry, Sioux, Buffalo, whatever that team, whatever I can't remember what they're called. The
Yeah,
one that Jeff Shatler runs.
yeah, whatever those people
I didn't
are.
really see any film, but I looked at their website and their league. They don't play nobody. It's not like they're playing anything. So I think Ladner's got the it's going to be the biggest challenge for Allegheny. They will definitely do better than Tusky.
Definitely do better than Tusky. So you heard it here first. All right, Hot Rod. I'll see you up there tomorrow. Thanks for joining us again on this. We're gonna do a NAMLA wrap up here, hopefully some point this week. I got a phone call with somebody this afternoon. We're gonna try to talk, maybe financing. I'm gonna call it nation hopping, unless somebody can come up with a better name. Where we're gonna
There you
stop
go.
at each nation and just kind of do a breakdown of the what how it ended up where it
Longhouse
is now.
hopping.
Yeah, longhouse hopping. That'd be a good one too. But yeah, I love it. Thanks, Rodney. Always appreciate it.
No problem.